him very highly. But following the way that AJ was destroyed by Daniel Dubois, he might want to reassess his view of Filip Hrgović, because Hrgović ended up doing much better than AJ did against Daniel Dubois. Clearly Hrgović, and I've been saying this for years, has got one of the best chins in the heavyweight division. A far better chin than Anthony Joshua has ever had. Personally, I think right now, based upon the way AJ was destroyed by Dubois and the psychological and maybe neurological consequences of that devastating defeat, I think Itauma would beat AJ right now. Yes, I've said it. Before the Dubois fight, I wouldn't have said that. But the damage he took in that fight and the lack of know-how he displayed despite all his experience, yeah, I'd take Moses Itauma to beat Anthony Joshua right now. As would Duke McKenzie, by the way, who's on a roll when it comes to predicting boxing matches. He, in a recent TalkSport appearance, said that Itauma would punch Anthony Joshua to pieces. I agree. Again, people are going to be looking at the age and the inexperience of Itauma. Folks, look at the age and the miles on the clock of AJ. He came out there at Wembley against Daniel Dubois, and he was the one that was more nervous. You seriously think AJ's got more confidence than Moses Itauma? I'm telling you, he hasn't. Do you think AJ at this stage has got better reflexes than Itauma? I'm telling you, he hasn't. I think Itauma could take him right now. But Itauma, of course, has got a fight against Dempsey McKean on the Usyk Fury rematch undercard. We'll see how that goes. There was some talk of Itauma fighting the loser of the Wardley Clark rematch. I definitely don't want to see that, given what happened to Fraser Clark. Some of you may think I'm going overboard with Moses Itauma. Look, I'm not saying that Itauma at this stage is guaranteed to go on to be the best heavyweight in the world. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I think he's talented enough, and he's enough of a precocious talent, enough of a prodigy to beat certain brand name heavyweights right now.
And those are the words of Hatman Strikes Back. And he makes a bold prediction, which has a lot of people sending me this here back and forth about what Hatman said about Moses Itauma being able to beat Anthony Joshua at this stage of his career. Okay. First off, okay, I want to make it known, all right? This guy's 19 years old. He's young. He's fresh. He ain't been through nothing. You know, he's a hard-hitting bloke, southpaw at that. And what Hatman is saying could be the truth. You know, I think what happens with fighters, though, we have to be careful when a fighter does get beat in the way AJ got beat, with the things that we seen on why AJ got beat. I think we do start with other possibilities and other people easily beating him. And Moses Itauma, to say the least, is one of those guys. Okay, now, but is what Hatman's saying out of the ordinary or unrealistic? No. As far as physicality and everything he said, he's right. AJ, you don't know what type of condition he's in mentally, you know, neurally, psychologically, you know, physically. We don't know what AJ's going through and how he will be able to take certain things. We've just seen him, you know, yeah, he got knocked out, but, you know, we've seen a lot of that. That fight could have been stopped early. If it wasn't for AJ, that fight probably would have been over the first, especially when he chinned AJ and AJ wasn't really up under. A lazy referee could have waved that fight off. But it went, and he took punishment. And the referee, you know, basically that was 3 knockdowns compared to 4. Because in, I think it was the second round or the third round, he went down, he touched the gloves, and he took a lot more damage than he's supposed to took. Okay, because his gloves had already hit the canvas. He should have been counted at that point. You know what I mean? So the ref didn't do his job like he's supposed to. That being said, he got beat. Could Moses Itauma do that? Could he go in and beat AJ? Like I said in the live when I was responding to this, and I'm going to say it now. If Anthony Joshua's chin is gone, he has no durability, he has no chin resistance, no punch resistance, he's finished. Yes. Moses Itauma could easily go out there and crack him down, break him down real quick. Knock him spark out, El Sparko, like Carl Froch says. because he doesn't have a chin. But if that's the case, so does a lot of other fighters. If he can't take a punch, he shouldn't be in there, period. You don't go in there with an Amir Khan chin being in the heavyweight division. You might end up, getting knocked out and not waking up. There's a reason why they give you oxygen when you're knocked out cold. Okay, so that happens. If you need oxygen, you've been knocked out to the point where, you need oxygen. You know what I mean? Because you like when you took that type of blow to the head, that type of cerebral blow, it's difficult, But yeah, if AJ can't take any shots, I don't think he can take Moses Itauma shots, just like I don't think he could take any other shots from, Kabayel or Bakali or Zhang or any of them. If he can't take a punch, it's over. Now, can Moses easily come out there and do it? I think the question would be, if this was a fantasy, sure, he could do it, but it's almost like giving something to a child and expecting a child to do something that someone's grown's doing. Not calling him a baby, but I am calling, he's a teenager. Moses is 19 years old. So it's not even the fact that he could do it. Why would you want him to do it right now? I don't think that's the smartest thing to do. Now, if he wanted to be champion, I think he would be fighting Dubois, not Joshua. You know what I'm saying? But it could be an episode where Itauma would be Mike Tyson and Joshua would be Larry Holmes. Because you know what he did to Larry Holmes, and Larry Holmes was the man, supposedly, allegedly. Supposedly. So I don't really know if that's the point, and that's the case. I think the fact of, could Moses do it? Probably so, but would you want him to do it? Well, what happens if he gets beat? Then the first thing, that's bad matchmaking. You pushed him, you rushed him too soon. He would be in the same boat as Jared Big Baby Anderson. Everybody knows how that went. Now everyone's saying, you know what? They pushed him too hard. And you know what? They were right. They were absolutely right. He pushed him too hard, and that's how it went. Okay? And this would be another episode if it did happen like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, someone with the firepower of Moses Itauma, someone young, strong, hungry, and fresh, yeah, he could do it. You know what I mean? His reflexes should be better than AJ's. He's like 16 years younger. Bro, that's almost 20 years, almost 2 decades. AJ just turned 35 years old on the 15th. That's like on the 15th of this month. When is Moses Itauma's birthday? It is in February 25th. So you let that sink in. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a lot older than him, so he should be able to. 2 different stages of his life. On top of that, what I didn't see Hatman talk about is he trains with Hatman. He trains with AJ. He trains with Ben. They all train in the same place. So yeah, he's probably seen things that he could capitalize on with AJ. Of course. But you guys tell me what you think of Hatman Strikes Back, making a bold prediction that Moses Itauma would destroy Anthony Joshua right now. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!